आनन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam to every one of you that are here, all the Paramashiva Sena batch 1 participants and all the Paramashiva Sena batch 2 participants that have joined with us today, and every one of you, all the viewers that are watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and various other social media platforms from around the world. We welcome all of you for this very special segment today. Actually, today is very exciting day because today a lot of important things are happening. The historic batch of Paramashiva Sena, the first batch of Paramashiva Sena are graduating, and today all of them will be officially appointed into KAILASA's Rajya Sabha by the KAILASA's Hindu Parliament. And all the batch 2 participants who have come from various different countries around the world are going to be entering into becoming part of Paramashiva Sena. And we're all also celebrating the Kumbh Mela Snan, Grand Kumbh Mela Snan, which is celebrated by various temples, Hindu temples around the world that are coming together to celebrate the Kumbh Mela along with Kailasa. And there's just so many things that are happening here today. And today, for all the participants that are joining with us, the Paramashiva Sena batch 2 participants, and every one of you that are watching us here, to introduce Paramashiva Sena, I think yesterday what Swamiji told is there's nothing better that can summarize what Paramashiva Sena is more than what Swamiji revealed yesterday. Everything in our life is all about manifesting the Paramasatya as an experience. A transformation that becomes permanent, a transformation that becomes a powerful experience in you. And that experience happens, that transformation becomes permanent only when it becomes an experience in 6 levels, like Swamiji revealed. The 6 levels in which you can experience the Paramadvaita. And the first level being the cognitive level. Cognitive level means like in your cognitions, in your understandings, in your ideas. And this is what you experience when you're part of the, when you're experiencing, attending the inner awakening, all of that. In cognitive level, you experience the Paramadvaita as an experience. The second comes in emotional level. Emotional level is something very interesting because every action of what you do, in your emotions, when you experience that Paramadvaita, whether you do puja, you do meditation, you do yoga, like Swamiji told, even if you fall asleep, even Nidra becomes Samadhi, the Sahaja Samadhi you experience when you do it with the context of Paramadvaita. The third one is a social level. Social level is your friends and family circle, the first circle around you. You living, experiencing Paramadvaita with them. And the fourth level is the moral level. All the morals that are set by the society, the rules that are set by society. How you experience Paramadvaita through the ultimate moral of Paramashiva, which is Ekoham Bahushyamaham.
Recording in progress.
Like Swamiji told, all the morals, every moral is designed. Morals is Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya. Means for the benefit of many, for the good of many. All the rules and policies that are set, the framework that is set, is designed from this context. And then comes the spiritual level, where you experience Paramadvaita in all the levels, in cognitive level, emotional level, social level, in moral level. When it just overflows and the energy just bursts in you, it manifests as Shaktis, powers. This is what is exactly this is what something you experience when you are actually expressing power manifestation. And then comes the ultimate level, which is the environmental level. In the environmental level, it is not just limited to people around you, like in social level. Like Swamiji told yesterday, right? In the social level, all techniques of completion, enriching, everything is covered in the social level. But in the spiritual, in the environmental level, it was not just limited to people, all the beings, Thavara, Jangama, every living, non-living entities around you, all of them, you experiencing Paramadvaita. Every element, every item, every aspect, object around you radiating, just jumping in that glory of Paramadvaita, that is exactly what you experience in the environmental level, the ultimate level. And the best news, all the Paramashiva Sena participants, for all of you, Paramadvaita is given experientially in the till more than sixth level. In all the six levels you experience, which is why Paramadvaita becomes permanent inside of you.
Actually, you will see how right after once you do the Paramashiva Sena program, you are going to see how really everything is looking so, it's like experiencing oneness at every single thing. You will experience what it means to have Paramadvaita. When Swamiji says Paramadvaita, it will be experiential for you. And you are going to see that as a direct gift, as a prasada from Swamiji during this Paramashiva Sena program.
And now they're all going to be, see, whatever we speak is only one level. Actually, you need to hear from the batch that attended and experienced Paramashiva Sena right before you, what Paramashiva Sena means to them. Because whatever I share, see, like Swamiji told yesterday, right? Till now, in every program, what Swamiji is given is only within the cognitive level, emotional level, just this one or two levels. But in Paramashiva Sena, Swamiji was just waiting to create that conscious beings, the human infrastructure needed to run, to be able to provide that ecosystem to give you experience in all six levels. Now, Kailasa LA and Kailasa in Bolivia and Kailasa Prayagraj, everywhere the ecosystems are ready to give you that experience, that breakthrough in all six levels. That is when this transformation becomes permanent, becomes life changing. And now, here joining with us to share their experience, to hear from them, we have various participants who are here to share their journey, how they experience the Paramashiva Sena and what is a breakthrough that they had in this, and how is it different from any other program that normally they would have, and what made this, what was the exact transformation that they had. We're going to be listening to from participants that are joining with us who have all graduated from the Paramashiva Sena Yes. Okay, great. Okay, so now all whatever we have listened to, learned about Paramashiva Sena, what is Paramashiva Sena? In the last 30, plus a little more than 30 days, we have all the Paramashiva Sena participants have experienced something unique. This is unlike any other program that has ever happened before, like so personal and so different. It is not like how you would visualize an inner awakening program to be. It is not even limited to just how you would even visualize maybe Kumbh Mela and Ujjain, how it happened for that to be. It is entirely different.
Actually, it is all of these plus something more, because whatever you're learning, whatever experiences you're having, that literally becoming so deep in you, emboldened in you, and making you experience the Paramadvaita practically, because it's on the job training and it's so wonderful, like extremely powerful. The way how the experiences, each person, the kind of experiences that Swami just showered everyone with, and how phenomenal transformations every single one has had is just something too beautiful. Today, now we are actually going to be listening from the Paramashiva Sena participants themselves, the batch one participants who had the greatest blessings to be a part of that first core group, the first group of the Rajya Sabha. Actually, anyone, whoever is coming to the Rajya Sabha, meaning you need to become part of the Paramashiva Sena program. Either you attended in the first batch, the December to Jan, that batch, or you're attending the Jan, this batch, or you're attending the February batch. Whoever does any one of these batches, you will get to be part of the elections, the very first elections that's going to be held for the parliamentary house of Rajya Sabha, KAILASA's Rajya Sabha. So this is going to be a beautiful blessing that it's going to be a unique blessing that this batch is going to be having. So all those who are coming now, I see people from different parts of the world who are here. We also see, how many of you here are from Australia? Raise your hands. New Zealand, Australia, Oceania, that zone. Great. US, Canada, Malaysia, Singapore. Great. Wonderful. And we also have here people from Latin America who are sitting. We have people from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong. Great. We have a lot of participants who have all gathered here with us right now. And so this batch, all of you are also truly blessed, because today, being the Kumbh Mela, you're starting your batch today. And now let us enter into listening to the powerful experiences, the transformations, the shift that they have had, the Paramashiva Sena participants have had directly from the participants themselves.
And now we are going to be listening to all of you are going to be getting an introduction to Paramashiva Sena from the eyes of the people who actually experienced it. And to share with us first, we have Ma Vandana Agarwal, who's here from Kailasa, San Jose. And she has been part of the Paramashiva Sena, and she is here to share her breakthroughs, her experiences through the Paramashiva Sena.
Nityanandam, Ma Vandana,
Nityanandam, everyone. I'm Vandana Agrawal from the San Jose KAILASA Sangha. I was one of the very first ones to raise my hands as soon as Swamiji, called the meeting and he said he talked about the Paramashiva Sena program. I was super excited and I raised and made sure Swamiji saw my hand and he called my name 2, 3 times. And that really, really did, that itself made me so motivated. I had a lot of things going on, and at first I wasn't sure we have to come to LA. Once I realized, but things started falling in place. And just the day before, at 10 o'clock, I said, "Okay, I'm going." Since and 6 o'clock I was here, and things just started falling in place. There's so many things you will learn. You'll come out a different person. It's almost like going into a washing machine and coming out a clean person. It really is. It really feels like that. And at the time the process is going on, we think, there's no time to think. The first couple of weeks, a lot of our patterns and blind spots will come out. And, we won't know what's going on. It's like one after the other. And Swamiji is training us to literally be Sadashiva, like, with 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands. And we really come out feeling that it gets totally inserted inside you. Once we go back, this will stay with us for the rest of our lives. So this is Swamiji's space. Being in Swamiji's space all this time, I really don't feel like even leaving right now. Maybe we'll come back for another season. I, you know, um, Swamiji is listening to each session that's going on. We'll be having our sessions with Ma Nityananda and Tattva Priya. Ma, and suddenly Swamiji will come, Om, 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 and all of us will sit in attention and listen to him. That itself is it's such a blessing to be that. I cannot describe the feeling. You all will experience it yourself, and each one will process it differently and uniquely. For me, it was like every being inside me would get awakened just listening to Swamiji. And, so that is one of the really this thing. So Swamiji also said, a devotee will get to know him, but all Paramashiva Sena, he will get to know each and every one of you. And he really will get to know each and every one of you and remove all your patterns and blind spots. And that's really important because, even if we have done a lot of our sessions and classes back home in our personal sanghas, especially the 4 images, we don't really know how to do that because if we knew, we wouldn't have those inner, outer, and all 4 images, right? So Swamiji really shows us. And I'm so thankful and grateful to Swamiji for all that. I really cannot thank him enough. I mean, it's mind blowing. This really is the place where each and every one of us should come, and we have to get not just 10, 100, we have to multiply ourselves into 100. I am so motivated to go back, and I won't even rest. I'll just get started on it right away. I've already started making appointments, who I need to meet in the VIP outreach and all of that. So one of the things that you guys will be doing is the outreach program, which is visiting the temples, visiting shops, yoga centers. Initially, you all will have some of you will have resistance. Some of you will feel like, why are we doing it? Oh my God, how can I go talk? But, that is a learning and a training process. We are his Sena. And when you do that, you will realize the magnitude of the problem right now, that when Swamiji said we are all criminally negligent Hindus, we really are. Till you actually go, that was my experience. When I went to self-realization meditation centers of Yogananda to do the Kumbh Mela outreach, at that point of time, I didn't realize all those centers have Jesus Christ picture right in front and a very tiny pictures of the Yogananda and 4 gurus. And they started with the Jesus Christ prayer. They ended with that. And the only thing connected to Hinduism they said is Om heal us, Om heal us, Om heal us. And that's it. They're using that. We also went to visit the Vedanta temple of Ramakrishna. The same thing over there. We went and talked to the junior swamis. They did not even want to listen to that. So everywhere, wherever we've had previous gurus open up centers and everything, it's all changed into Christianity or something else. It's no longer that. And if we don't do the outreach program, if we don't wake up right now, guaranteed the second generation down, there will be no more Hinduism. When Swamiji used to say, you will not have the pindan, we used to listen, yes, we realized it, but not in this way, the way the realization came when we went for the outreach program. The problem is really severe. And seriously, 2 generations down, it won't exist in the way it should be. All those, and we have to, each and every one of us have to multiply. We really have to go take up the responsibility, personal responsibility, and do as much outreach as we can.
Yes, and Ma Vandana, what you shared is a beautiful point as well to show how it has been for you when you took that decision, and how Swamiji has just manifested that whole space where you're able to go reach out and actually be like being Paramashiva Sena is what being Paramashiva Sena, being Swamiji's Paramashiva Sena, and that experience for you. So it is very beautiful to hear what you're sharing, and it's very beautiful to hear the kind of experiences and breakthroughs that you've had.
Yes, Ma. It has been amazing program.
Yes, Ma. It has been amazing program.
We will all have wonderful time. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so much. And actually, for all of you, this is just one of the glimpses of what Paramashiva Sena is, because this entails so much. Imagine it's 31 month time with Swamiji, and you can imagine what your 1 month is going to be. And you will have so many amazing experience and so many amazing shifts and breakthroughs in this program. And next we have with us Ma Mahabhava Priya, who is going to be sharing her experience, how she took the decision, and she's also going to be sharing how when she was here, Swamiji took care of how so many other aspects in her life Swamiji is taken care of. Yes, Ma Mahabhava Priya, go ahead, Ma.
Nityanandam, everyone. This is my first time talking like this. Thank you. So my name is Mahabhava Priya. The name, this spiritual name is blessed. Swamiji blessed me with this spiritual name, and this is really, really special for me. This kind of gave me fulfillment in the aspect of, the name, how do I say? Kind of, I am fulfilled with this name. It makes me so happy, and whenever anyone calls me with this name, I feel like this is Swamiji also told that this is the path that you are on, and the spiritual name is really significant, and it shows our journey towards our enlightenment. So yeah. As soon as I heard that this is the Paramashiva Sena program is happening, I wanted to come, but I started thinking that there were so many impossibilities that were there in my life, but the intention was so strong to come here, and I filled an intention form, and everything manifested into reality. And I couldn't believe that I was here. Within 2 days, everything happened for me. So this is my first time stepping out of my home alone to attend a program like this. I am from San Jose, and then since my kids were born, I have never left them alone at home like this, and I mean they are taken care. So, but I never left them and came like this. Especially my younger son, who is very much close and attached to me. He would not let me go anywhere. Even if I go to some friend's house or something, he'll call me every 15 minutes and ask what time I'm coming back, what I'm doing there. So he's so much attached. But the moment I wanted to come here, everything was after everything was done. I asked him if if he's fine with going me like this. Then he said, but the reply was like, I know, Mama, and this is so important for you, so you can go. The moment he said that, I felt like Swamiji is speaking through him. And even now, anytime I call him and I talk to him, he's not even showing that I'm far away from him. He's so content and fulfilled already there, right there. All I know is that I am here with Swamiji, and Swamiji is not only here, he's also there at my home taking care of my kids. Thank you, Swamiji. And I have written down the points so that I don't forget. And my experience of Paramashiva Sena program is really, really special. Uh, there has been immense spiritual growth, no doubt, and fearlessness, like you guys can see. I would not go like this and talk in front of people, and so much growth in all different dimensions of life as well. For me, the best part of the program is whenever we are in between some process, we are doing something or discussing something, Swamiji will come and he'll say, he'll chant om, and he enters the session. And it is like so magical. And whenever he speaks, there is so much clarity, precision, and I have never encountered anyone like this, who is so intelligent, genius, and most importantly, so extraordinary. And his compassion, I cannot you can feel his compassion in his words also. And his voice, whenever he laughs, it's like so mesmerizing. In those moments, I just forget that there is time. I feel like the entire cosmos is celebrating. The life is like, the life is at fullest. I, f- I cannot I cannot explain it in words, but yeah, the entire cosmos will be, celebrating whenever he speaks. Yeah. And for the past month, for 1 month, every experience and situation that I went through was beautifully crafted by Swamiji for my growth. Each situation actually deepened my experience and with oneness, and I got to know that how stronger and stronger my connection with Swamiji is becoming. Uh, yeah, and it is actually really a big thing to to understand, to have this connection with him. Um and mm, and I am uh, yeah. And I want to tell one thing. Swamiji, never chooses the qualified one. He qualifies the ones he chose. It's like beautifully, once you say yes to Swamiji, the mantra that I use in my life is, say yes to Swamiji and leave the rest to Swamiji. He'll take care of everything. And I'm experiencing breakthroughs in all the dimensions of my life, be it, spiritual, and also I have, during this program, I have manifested multiple powers, like materialization. I have materialized, the gold bhasma, and third eye scanning. I have, material, and I have, experienced third eye scanning as well. uh, and uh, and also and also I have learned that, how outreaching, how enriching people helps us. And also, I learned creating my own reality and also causing others reality as well. And so,
Vilma. Actually,
uh-huh.
sorry. Actually, I just wanted to add to what you were sharing, Mahabhava Priya. Like even before just before we were preparing for this, right? And at that time, even the way you were sharing the breakthroughs, the shifts that you have been having, I still remember from the time the person you came first into the program to what you are now. Even the fact that you're standing there with the mic and sharing, that itself is an amazing breakthrough. So, in every aspect, like you said beautifully, Swamiji is attending to every aspect that is known, unknown to us both. And he is giving personally breakthroughs in every level. So it was very beautiful to listen to your sharing, Ma.
Thank you, Ma. And last thing is, Swamiji took care of us completely. Even the small details. The food has been he has been providing us with so tasty food, and it is immense blessing to receive the prasadam from the master, and my being is completely fulfilled with this. Thank you so much, Swamiji, for everything. I'm eternally grateful to you. Thank you, Swamiji.
Yes. Actually, each journey, the journey that each participant are having, every one of you, all the Paramashiva Sena, 2 participants, and everyone in YouTube, all those that are watching us on YouTube, listening to these breakthroughs, listening to these sharings, if you feel like, you also want to experience actually what really is Paramashiva Sena, then go ahead. The link is projected for all of you. Do sign up in the link that is shown. ecitizen.info/PSS, and you too can join. It is still not late. Swamiji has still opened the doors of Paramashiva Sena for you to jump in, for you to experience and participate, and for you to receive. So till the 18th, this Paramashiva Sena is open. So you all can join in this batch and be part. See, the first batch has been part of the historic batch. There'll be no other batch that will, the first batch is always the first passive experience, and they are going to be the first core Rajya Sabha group. But now, don't miss the second batch, which is going to happen during the prime time, during the Kumbh Mela time. So do not miss. Every one of you, all the participants and viewers that are watching us live on YouTube and social media platforms, go ahead and sign up. What are you waiting for? Come make all of these experiences what you're listening to as your own experience. Now, joining us next, we have Ma Louu from Singapore, and she is joining with us to share her experience of Paramashiva Sena, and she has a very beautiful experience that she's going to share with us, how she had breakthroughs in various different dimensions. So, yes, welcome Ma Lo, Ma Po. Go ahead and you can share.
Yes, firstly, I would really like to say I'm getting hot in here. Thank you. Yes. So firstly, I would like to say warm welcome to everybody, especially, the batch 2. You've made your life-changing decision. You've made a most fantastic decision to come here and join all of us. And secondly, I'd like to say that I'm only here because of Swamiji's grace, because he chose me to be here. Reason being, I am new. This is my first course with Swamiji, and the course started at 11 December, and I actually only decided to jump on the 9th. So literally 2 days, 1 day to pack and everything. And I literally dropped everything, my business. I had to pacify my mom, my cat, and I just dropped everything. Because when Swamiji calls, we simply just respond. And yeah, I mean, my heart was just like, okay, I have to come. So once you decide, right, Swamiji will just manifest everything for you. You just come. And everything just from the get-go, just now you guys saw the manifestation demo. So I went through that as well. That was the very first segment. And immediately I volunteered for a body scan. My goodness. Swamiji really, he took care of all my, the pent-up emotions. He really worked on me intensely for completion. It was really from that very first instant. And of course, over all these days, I've experienced a lot of intense completion. I've expanded a lot of my possibilities. You'll be able to try out different roles, doing teamwork, working independently sometimes, on tasks. And rest assured, Swamiji will always give you something that actually you can manage. And I realized that, yeah, just being open, okay, just being receptive, just being yourself. And Swamiji will always say, just being authentic, and you will be able to flow with it. The most important is really just to relax and to really just go in wholeheartedly and sincerely. So I have this very touching experience to share. So the best thing is you are like what the just now they shared. Swamiji is really going to read into you only for us, okay? He knows every one of us, and in fact, he said he knows us better than we know ourselves. So this is all for the purpose of, he can help us to really customize and really work on us. And he gives, private darshans. We have private Zooms, and then there was once he actually gave, blessings. So I actually asked, for him to take care of my cat and to let my cat be human in the next life. So it's really touching. He actually said, my cat will be a Gurukul kid. Yeah, so you can imagine that Swamiji has so much love, so much compassion, even just for cats, so let alone us. Yeah, so I'll say this really is going to be a transformative ride. So really make the best of it. As you can see, I mean, I've always, like tried to do completions and stuff, but I've never really got very thorough with it. But over here, it's really that intense collective energy, so much love. Yeah, so really blessed. You guys are really blessed. I'm blessed. And let's enrich. So talking about, Kailasa nation, we are now a fully functional nation. And really proud to be ambassadors, right? We are all ambassadors of Kailasa nation. We're going to go out there, rock the world. We're going to enrich and cause. And you have to know that let's be proud of this identity. You will learn. Definitely, you'll be trained well. And I have to thank the acharyas for everyone, and the sanyas for training us well as well. So rest assured, you definitely get all the help and the support. Any questions you need, anything you need, then just ask. They're super patient in guiding us as well. So thank you for that. So yeah, being part of Kailasa Nation, it really, I can share that I really resonated, and even just jumping for SJP, it really happened when I saw the mission and the vision of the whole Kailasa nation, and I simply just took the jump because I do find that this is like a perfect role model for all other countries in the world to follow. A nation that's actually built on love, a nation that doesn't need money, and that just simply takes away all the fear and the greed. Yeah, so I can see that this is really what our world needs right now. Our world needs enrichers like yourself. And this also gives me a lot of clarity, because I've always been seeking, what's my life purpose? How can I build a more meaningful, fulfilling life? I'm sure, a lot of you will resonate. And I found it here. Swamiji helped me to clarify, okay, this is really, why I'm here in this birth and doing the things I'm doing. And moving forward, what you learn in this month is only the beginning. You will be put to the test when we go back to our respective countries, and we're going to make a lot of changes as Rajya Sabha. You're now even a parliament member of a nation. Yeah, so looking forward, we definitely have a lot of things that we want to do. So this is really the beginning. Let's rock it together. Let's win with Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Your sharing was so beautiful and so so from the heart. So thank you for that beautiful sharing, man. Like you said, that's very, very true. We can only imagine what an immense blessing it is to be member of parliament of a nation of Kailasa. Especially, it's not just any other nation; it is Kailasa, which is the world's only Hindu nation. And every one of us, all the people that are here, like Ma Mahabhava said, this is only the beginning. And Mahabhava, just one thing. See, after you go from here, the actual thing, like you said, the only thing that is there is when you actually experience it, that is true. But you should also remember, like Swamiji told yesterday in the satsang, that change is going to become permanent in you, because in all 6 levels, Swamiji is giving you all that breakthrough. Not just, it doesn't just end with cognitive or emotional level, but actually even in the environmental level for you to experience Paramadvaita. So that entire all the infrastructure needed for you inside you and outside you is set up. So now you just need to go and, like you told, rock the world. So thank you so much, Ma, for that beautiful sharing. And like all of us have been listening to, each one has such unique aspects to add, whether it is going out and meeting people, or whether it is learning about Kailasa, or whether personal life, the breakthroughs that they're having, and experiencing Swamiji so personally in every aspect of their life. Experiencing Swamiji is here to share, give all of us. And that is what we are all hearing. And now, next, we have Sri Nitya Tirtharupananda Ayya, who is joining with us to share his experience, how he had a breakthrough in manifesting leadership quality. And Ayya is here to share with us. He's been connected for a long time, attended various different programs. So he's going to be sharing with us what was so different for him in this program. Nityananda.
Nityananda.
Nityanandam, everybody. Hello to all the people from the first batch, and welcome to all the new people who've arrived here today to do the second batch. I started seriously exploring attending the program on December 8th, so just 3 days before the program was about to start. And the moment I started to try and figure out, what the program is, I sensed it is very similar to the in-person programs that used to happen before 2018, before Swamiji left India. And something clicked in me. I just realized I want to be there. And the moment I made the decision, things just started to happen. A lot of miracles happened, and I was here on the 11th, and that was one of the common themes that I discovered among the people here. Literally everybody who was here had miracles happen in their life that enabled them to come here for the Paramashiva Sena program. And on the second day, something just clicked for me, and I realized that, back home, I was trying to do so many things, and I actually had been in a way I was stuck. I didn't realize that when I was back home, but I realized that when I was here, things were just inching forward very slowly. But I also had the insight that, oh my God, literally everything that I need to accomplish to make all my projects move forward, I'm going to get it here at this program. Swamiji is like in one package. He's going to, whether it was the energy or the resources, whatever I need to sort of really revitalize everything that I was doing was going to happen here. And that's truly what happened over the next month. Many of my cognitions really deepened. Especially in the area of enriching and causing, especially in the area of integrity. The way we moved through the process, we had some issues around integrity, and the way the facilitators handled that just took all of us to really the next level in terms of our understanding. I mean, we've been speaking about integrity in the Sangha for a long time, but the way it was handled here really opened up so many insights for me. The other area in which I had some powerful, the cognitions deepened was in the area of enriching and causing. We spent a fair amount of time, and that's a big part of what our role is going to be moving forward from the program as ambassadors of KAILASA. And just the understanding that enriching is really a power. I mean, if you look at Swamiji, for me, what stands out about him is how much of a giver he is. Now, if you look around the world, relationships by and large are transactional. But what Swamiji has modeled for us is how to live life as a giver. I mean, literally in every interaction he has with anybody, anywhere, he's the giver. And and if you look at Paramashiva, who is Paramashiva? Paramashiva is the ultimate causer. He's the ultimate giver. And so when we enrich, when we cause, we get into a space of oneness with Paramashiva, and we manifest that Paramashivatva within us. So, and we had many opportunities to do that, which I also enjoyed very much. The way a lot of the content also compared to many programs that I had done in the past, it was very focused on projects. And we also did multiple projects. So one of the big projects we worked on was the Kumbh Mela that's happening in Kumbh Mela, USA, which is starting today. And we used a lot of AI. We did some elaborate project planning very quickly. And very quickly, we also moved into action. At the same time, so we had sort of a functional structure, people doing certain things, certain departments, but we also had like a zonal structure where we were grouped geographically. So I was elected as the representative from my area, and we only had a few people in my area, so our group ended up being a group which had a bunch of different geographies together. And really, my understanding of working in a group, of working with everybody else really matured. I mean, previously I've really enjoyed being like an individual contributor, and I enjoyed that autonomy, I enjoyed that freedom, but that element of collective integrity really started to sink in. You know, it's great to enjoy working autonomously. It's great to do your own thing. It's great to be in the flow. But when you're trying to approach like a big vision and you want to accomplish some really great things, it's not enough to just for it to be about yourself. You have to, when that caring opens up and that consideration that you want to have everyone along with you, so that those big insights about collective integrity really opened up for me. So all I can say is it's been an amazing ride. And even more exciting is when we leave from here. So I just really, I'm very excited for everybody else who's joining today. I'm not sad that I'm leaving, interestingly, even though, you know, so many new friends that I've made, probably, at least in the short term, may not be seeing them. So yeah, so in a nutshell, that's what my experience of the Paramashiva Sena program was.
Thank you, Aya. And that's a very important aspect that you highlighted about as well. Thank you, Tirupaya, for that beautiful sharing. And like what you highlighted, that other important aspect is, like you said, when you sit together and for the first time in the group, and the way we work here was so different. Like how Swamiji beautifully built the whole ecosystem, whole collective integrity. Like every one of us, mostly we are taught, you know, just we normally are used to just thinking of how we want it to be and how we want like planning ourselves. But here, thinking as a whole team, it's not just like, you know, it's not just like you being a leader means what we typically understand as a leader, but here really taking responsibility, the collective responsibility, that in itself is an amazing like thing. It was to even see the whole every aspect, how Swamiji beautifully planned it out, and how Swamiji was guiding each of us step by step by step, every step of the way into the process. So it was so beautiful, and thank you so much, Tirupaya, for that beautiful sharing. And next, for every one of us here, see, till now we all heard different participants share their breakthroughs and experiences. Now what we have is something different. So we had participants who were their experience was so beautiful and amazing that they not just they decided to become Paramashiva Sena, they decided to become part of Kailasa, becoming Kailasa Vasis itself. So we have the blessed group of participants who all have applied to become part of Kailasa Vasis, to become part of Kailasa, to settle down in Kailasa, to actually experience permanently the Paramashiva Sena, being part of Paramashiva Sena in their life. So next we have Ma Nitya Shivajnana Swarupananda, and she's here to share her experience, what is a breakthrough she had, and how she manifested that breakthrough in her life. And she's also going to share how she had that powerful shift which made her become part of Kailasa. Nityananda Ma.
Nityanam, everyone. I just want to first start by expressing my deepest, deepest, and most sincere gratitude to the lotus feet of Bhagwan, to my Swamiji for absolutely everything, not just what I've experienced here, but being with him for the last almost 12 years. Everything he's done for me has brought me to this point. So I'd like to express my gratitude to him. And I'd also like to express my gratitude to Ma Nityanandita and Ma Tatopriya for being here with us. They're here with us from 4 a.m. until the program is done, and sometimes even beyond that, just being with us and helping to build us and make us strong and help us see things in the right dharmic way. So thank you for that. So the truth is, if I share absolutely everything, we will be here and it will be day 5 of the program. So I will try to condense as much as I can for you. I actually want to start by talking about how I ended up saying yes to coming to Paramashiva Sena. During satsang, when Swamiji introduced the program, and he said, I was sitting beside my husband and we were watching, and he said, if you want to come for 1 month to Paramashiva Sena, put up your hand. And my husband goes like this, and he puts up his hand. And I'm like, what are you doing? Right? And I was so shocked that he said this immediate yes. And I'm going, how could you say, and you know, it's on mute, right? So I said, how could you say that? It's a month. Are you crazy? And he said, no, I'm going. I have to go. And I said, okay, you go. I will stay here. But, you know, it was interesting seeing him in these pre-Paramashiva Sena meetings with Swamiji. And, you know, they were just all going through their, you know, pre-Paramashiva Sena breakthroughs already. And I'm sitting there going, do I come? Do I not come? And I'm still in this kind of hesitation mode. And so there was one night where he was, you know, in this meeting, and I had gone to bed, and I will sleep because I run a business, I'm a mom, so bedtime means bedtime for me. But that night I couldn't sleep. And so he had just got off the session with everybody who's here and with Swamiji, and he looked, I sat down with him and I said, I can't sleep, I don't know what's going on. And he's like, honestly, you need to come. You really need to come. I don't know why, but you need to come. And I just said yes. I didn't even hesitate, nothing. I said, absolutely, let's go. And then my husband's in shock going, seriously? And I said, yeah, absolutely, let's go. Let's get the kids ready, let's go. You have to also understand, I just started a business in September. And so we started a Vedic school in Toronto. And I'm the principal of the school, so I can't leave. I've not even taken a day off. Here I'm trying to take a month, actually a little bit more than a month off. But because I said yes to Swamiji, and in my life I've experienced anytime I've said yes to anything he asks for, it happens with such ease and breeze. So planning to come had to be, you know, getting ourselves ready, getting our kids ready. And I was speaking to our business partners and I told them exactly what I was planning to do. And they said, great, have fun, right? So I was in shock too, because, you know, I'm working with people who are following the Vedic Dharmic lifestyle also helps. But they were like, yes, go enjoy your spiritual sadhana and come back. And I said, okay, wonderful. Oh, here's my son, Sarvesh. He came to join. And my daughter Nandika's here too. Yeah. So I came, I didn't know what to expect, but I always trust the process when it comes to Swamiji. So I came here and I was really excited. There are many of us here from Toronto, Canada. I'm very proud to say that a lot of us said yes to this decision. So on day 1, just how you are sitting here, we also sat here. So I can feel the happiness and bliss that you're feeling. I completely understand and cognize that feeling. There was an activity that we were asked to do where we had to write down our intention or what we wanted to manifest in this program. Now, at this point in my life, being with Swamiji for 12 years and, you know, experiencing life with him, I'm thinking, what can I ask for? I really feel like I have so much already, but let's just go with the flow. So I wrote a few things down, but one thing that stood out for me that again, I don't even know why I wrote it, but that's Swamiji's blessing. I wrote down leadership consciousness. I don't even know what that means, but I wrote down leadership consciousness. And so I had to share it with the group, with my now PSS1 family, I should say. And I read this word leadership consciousness and I left it at that. There was no, I didn't have to put in any effort or give a plan on how I would achieve it. I just left it. Throughout this program, I have only seen myself experience leadership consciousness. It started with one thing where someone says, Ma, are you able to take this on? Yeah, sure. I'll take it on, no problem. Then the next thing will come. Ma, can you also do this? Absolutely. And then it just started snowballing to a point where at one point I was doing 10 things at once. And now in the world out there, in the Maya world, I should say, that seems like a lot. How can one person take on 10 tasks at the same time and deliver those tasks in a timely manner? But in this real world with Paramashiva, it's just normal. It is what we're supposed to do to expand ourselves in all dimension. Just last night, I was writing out all the things that I will be taking responsibility for moving forward as a coordinator in PSS2. And I looked at this list and I said, oh my goodness, I'm taking on so many projects. And now I think normally someone would be so overwhelmed, but I'm so excited. And I hope Swamiji throws more my way because I am very capable of handling it. When Swamiji gives you 100 things to do, it is not a moment for you to say, oh my gosh, Swamiji, how can I do it? You have to raise yourself to his expectation of you because that's the truth of who you are. And he will make sure you see that. I'm telling you from my heart of hearts, he will allow you to see the real you. One thing that I experience here is everyone calls me Ma Shivanyana Swarupananda. I'm so blessed to have such a beautiful spiritual name. My husband also has the same name. He's Sri Shivanyana Swarupananda. Back home, everyone calls me by my birth name, which I will not repeat here. Everyone calls me by my birth name, but here, everyone calls me Ma Shivanyana Swarupananda, and I can feel every time someone calls me, even if it's just to say, Ma Shivanyana Swarupananda, do you mind just getting this piece of paper for me? I am raised up to live as Ma Shivanyana Swarupananda. And it's such a blissful experience to have. And there's no words. I'm really not doing justice. I'm really sorry. I'm not doing justice to my feelings and my experience because there's no English word. There's probably not even any Sanskrit word that can help me describe my feeling. One other thing that I've experienced here is when we got here on day one, I know Mamuktika and Shrimukta, they were explaining to us that, and I did hear that you got the message about how Swamiji has touched every inch of this temple. And that's the truth. This temple is alive. It is not just the Garbha Mandir. It is not just here in the Nityananda Sabha. If you have a thought, even if you're in the bathroom or you're walking around somewhere, you will manifest it. I promise you. There have been many times where I'm in the bathroom, just fixing my clothes, and I think, oh man, I wish I can do this, and I wish this could manifest to me. And I walk out, and it happens. It is evident of the life that is here, the Paramashiva that is here, Swamiji that is here. So being here for you for the next month, I promise you, I give you my word as Paramashiva that you will manifest everything. I believe that so much that I am ready to stay. I have given up going back to my family. I have given up going back to the people I know, the life I know. I've given up my business, everything, to be here with Paramashiva because nothing else in life matters to me than to be with him at his feet. I'm so grateful to be joining Paramashiva Sena too, because I know I will continue to develop my leadership consciousness. And even for my children, they've not been part of the program. They're here just in the ecosystem, but I see such change in them to a point where even my son the other day accidentally bumped into his sister. And he came to me and he told me, he said, Amma, I accidentally bumped into Nandika. I said, oh, really? He goes, yeah, that's okay. I'm going to go complete with her. And he just runs. right? It's not like we sit and teach them completion. They just internalize it. So why would I want to take this away from them? I've always wondered. So, my kids came from the blessing of Swamiji. I struggled to have children, and with Swamiji's the two tatastus, they landed. I knew that they would go back to him one day. So why would I take them away? It is my responsibility to give them back. And I want to actually take this opportunity to thank Swamiji for giving them to me, to raise them to this point. Thank you for trusting me with your children. And thank you for allowing me to raise with them. So I want to conclude by saying, congratulations, you made the best decision of your entire life. And may Paramashiva always be with you. Nityananda.
It is so, the way you're sharing is so beautiful that we can go on listening to it on and on and on and on. And that is actually what you shared, most importantly, about how the kind of breakthroughs that you had. It is really, really amazing, because almost everyone I listen to in Paramashivam, everyone has a miracle to share. Everyone has been here because of some miracle, something happening. They just told yes. And Ma Shivagyan Surupa, your one yes has changed your life completely. Like, you just started one Vedic school. Now your Swamiji envisioned you, and you have become a part. You're going to be part of Swamiji's, Paramashiva's own Gurukul, Swamiji's vision of what Gurukul is. What an amazing blessing Swamiji has given. Like, we take one little, teeny tiny little baby step, and he takes a million steps for us. So thank you, Ma. Thank you so much for your sharing. It was so beautiful. Thank you. And actually, there are so many more people that are here that are waiting to share their experience, what their journey has been. And each one of them, everyone's experience is unique. Every single one. Like, we're all listening to people sharing here. Each one has their own unique experiences to share. And next we have Ma Nitya Brahmananda and Sri Dasharathi Ayya, who are here to share, who also have taken the decision to become a part of Kailasa, to become settled down in Kailasa through this program. So Ma Brahma and Dasharathi Ayya, Nityananda.
Nityananda, ma'am. Nityananda.
Nityananda.
Nityananda, everyone. I'm not as, I specifically am not as great as Ma SGS is expressing herself. I had been quite a lot, I had quite a lot of stage fear. My ability to come stand here, share, is a huge transformation that has happened in me. That is one aspect of it. The next one is that I wanted to share how I happened to come here. One of those days when I was thinking that I can throw a tantrum at the cosmos, I was doing that, thinking that I was on a short sabbatical, and which turned out to be a little longer than what I thought. And then one of those days when my cousin here, Shivani, she called up and then said, it's just a brief, tiny, short meeting. If you can come and sit for that. I sat there. Swamiji happened to be there. And Swamiji asked all of us, who's going to do the Paramashiva Sena program, about which I was not even aware what it was about, because I was busy throwing the tantrum, right? So suddenly I saw my hand raising, and it stood there for the whole meeting. And I know many of us are privy to that in their own experiences. And then little later, Swamiji said, Ma Brahma, uh, you come, you too come. Ma Brahma, eh? And then that stayed there. The hand stayed there. The thought that I am being invited, the invitation, that stayed there. And it stayed there. That's it. And I decided that I will come because I have given my word to my Swamiji. And I was in situations where, personal situations where I was not thinking that I would be able to go for the Paramashiva home right away. And every situation was little larger than the previous one. Every bit of the situation in my personal life. And none of them stopped me. None of them could stop me from coming. And I thought that I will be there for 1 month. I will be here for 1 month. And as the sessions started going, the 5th or the 6th day, I experienced the difference between the entire programs that I have been taking with Swamiji since 2008, the first Inner Awakening, to one of the last programs. All of them together was one tiny bag versus those first 5 days of the program was equivalent. And then all the patterns, including my couple of my root patterns, were revealed in this. That shows the power of Swamiji's program, that he decided to give that to me. And those were completed. And as time passed, I was realizing that even now I'm realizing that I dropped even that little wee bit of discomfort that I was having about the stage fear. And I'm able to flow in that. So I'm realizing that the Sena, the army that is within me, that Swamiji has given. And that is fighting against any of the patterns that are happening within me, including the root pattern, that I'm not able to carry them anymore. I have raised myself. I have allowed Swamiji to raise me, right? That is one thing. The other thing that I'm experiencing as I'm reaching out to cause, to enrich people, is that when they are in a situation where they need to come for the program because they are the part of the Sena, they have to be the part of the Sena, and they're throwing the tantrums by themselves, then the ferociousness is beginning to happen within me. The soft ferociousness that is in need to make them come for the program, which I never experienced. And Swamiji has given that as well. The other thing that I wanted to share is about my joining the Gurukul Adinam. I have been seeing Ma Tattvapriya, Ma Nityananda, and many other little Gurukul kids. They were tiny when I have seen them. The transformation that has happened in them is so huge, so beautiful. They're princes, right? That shows up in them when they just sit and talk, when they just show us their physical presence too. That is a huge pride for me when I see them, the way they got transformed. That is what I want to be a part of, where I'm privileged to be a part of that program. So I decided, along with my husband Dasarathi, to spend our life with the Gurukul. Thank you, Swamiji, for having given us this kind of a situation and bringing us here. Deep gratitude.
Nityanandam, my name is Dasarathi. So mine was a very funny journey to enter into Paramashiva Sena. So Mahabhava said my automatic response was, I moved out of the Zoom camera literally. I literally, for the next 20 days, I was on the side listening. No, this is too much jittery. No, not for me. Can't handle, won't handle. And but very lot of clarity. I don't know whether it's stupidity looking back. oh, I have to support my Brahma. I'll be going there. I'll be there. I'll be staying there, and I will, take her to the program and get her back, and I will be there. And I did that for 3 days. I was hanging out in the lobby. I had developed some regimen, only 2 meals a day, 2 sattvic meals. My God, it's a very precious thing for me. So I'm eating 2 sattvic meals. Rest of the time, gee, I'm twiddling. It's, don't know what to do. Oh, I went and joined a gym down the Central Avenue, couple of miles. I'm going there, I'm walking around the block in the gym, inside the gym, walking outside the gym in the parking lot, couple of miles. Oh, I have to make 10,000 steps. It was just getting grueling. What am I doing to keep myself busy? Huh? It didn't make sense after some time. And then very strange thing happened in the parking lot. Suddenly one SUV, when I'm walking, it came so fast, 2 guys were sitting there. I could not register even what happened. They suddenly stopped beside me. The guy kind of crying and everything. Oh God, you look like my father who has passed away. I think Muslim men or something. He literally pulled my head and oh God, he took off his fingers, the ring. He took off the ring, $10 in his hand. I have to offer you. It's in my tradition. My father passed away. You look like him. It's been a year. I said, no, no, no. In my tradition, I cannot take money like that. I kept on doing and he kept on insisting. And at one point, he pulled me into the using neck. He pulled me in. He took off his gold chain and he was tying it around my neck. He did tie it. Only 1 day later, I realized my gold kantamala is gone. Really, I did not see it for a day or two. And then the third day, evening, for some reason, decided to have a third eye scan. Where is that gold kantamala? And Ma Lalitambika says, what are you doing outside in the lobby in the first place? Swamiji wanted you to come in. This is the way you brought you in. Somehow that made sense. And next day, first thing in the morning, 4 o'clock, I'm here. So that was day 4. It's very, very, very funny. And I don't remember that much about the gold mala, kantamala. It comes in the memory sometimes, but I say, it's okay. When it needs to come, let it come. So it was very, very strange how. And when Ma said about, when Swamiji announced about that, to become, Adinavasi for that particular project, I I don't know what I did. And Ma Brahma is looking at me. So I think it's like so much of layers of delusion builds up, even though I'm like an old devotee or something. The longer I live outside and in my own, very strict regimen, whatever I'm supposedly doing, I'm parallelly adding like layers and layers and layers, which have to get cleaned up. And that's where this Paramashiva Sena comes in. 30 days intensely. It's 24/7 Naina Diksha. It's 24/7 Naina Diksha. I don't think we can comprehend that, right? You will only experience it soon enough. And like Swamiji says that when Swamiji comes on suddenly with Om, 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 it's not something to it's too much electric. It's, hair stands up. Like Swamiji says in the process, Atmalinga will stand up vertical. Like that hair will stand up. 24/7 Naina Diksha. And there's so many things Swamiji must have done. He only told us only yesterday after 30 days, oh, you are having Paramadvaita not in just 1 or 2 dimensions or 2.5 dimensions. You are having in all the 6 dimensions which are supposed to have, and it's revealed in the Agamas. I did not know. Swamiji did not say this secret. So He said it only on the 30th day. So you just don't know, but he just goes on giving much more intensely than we can cognize. And it's, at times it may feel a little, because we are peeling off delusion, it will feel a little painful. But there will also be a lot of whatever Swamiji calls as conscious snacking, conscious coffeeing. If we are very intellectuals, it's it's unbelievable the amount of knowledge he transmits in just 15, 20 minutes. If it sinks into our being, like Swamiji defined what this whole thing called fake. How many of you heard about this fake? Right? The definition of fake, it just hits so hard inside. The layers of fake that I carry, and addiction to comfort, these new things, addiction to laziness, addiction to tamas, addiction to inaction, all these, that so many new ways Swamiji comes up with initiating and pulling those layers off of, right? And 30 days is a very powerful.
That was what we were doing when we were throwing the tantrum, addicted to comfort and the laziness.
Yeah, putting on those layers, but it's just amazing to just be here. All we have to do is, I think Mahaprema keeps saying, right? You really don't do anything. You only came here, you're sitting, making calls, enjoying 3 meals a day, unbelievable tasty food, and your work is to only call people to make them come and enjoy more. So what exactly are you doing? You're only enjoying. So there is actually there shouldn't be any concept or word called work in this whole thing. All that corporate garbage can be thrown out, I guess, in this. So you're just in the right place, right time to enjoy full 24/7 with Swamiji Paramashiva, I would say.
So beautiful.
And Murali Ayya here from New Zealand, he has already begun to cause his mother for this particular.
So, Brahma and Dasti, when you both started, Brahma started with a disclaimer saying, I am not very sure, I'm very afraid to share, I don't know if I'll share, but both of your sharing is one of the best, like so much, like it's so real from your heart. It just shows how Swamiji works on each of other it is. Like you said, even beyond your control, your hands went up. And even if you come here, even if you stand outside the temple deciding not to come, how Swamiji finds somewhere or other to wake you up to bring in. It is so beautiful. Like how you were not even sure if you're going to come, but now you have become part, you have dedicated your life to become part of KAILASA. It's like, what a journey. It is so beautiful to even listen to it. Thank you so much. And actually, you mentioned an important point, which is what I would like to highlight once again. You said, though you've been connected to Swamiji for so many years, somehow being outside still in a regular word, so much of delusion settles in. And here, that's exactly what Swamiji like completely removes it. That's why Swamiji tells Paramashiva Sena's quintessence of Swamiji, quintessence of everything that Swamiji has given. It's like a refresher course for everyone. So even for everyone that are watching, even if you have attended 14 inner awakenings, you've attended all programs and you've been there always, do not miss Paramashiva Sena. I'm sure you would have resonated deeply with what Dashrathi Ayya and Ma Brahma shared so beautifully of how Paramashiva Sena is important for you to make that life-changing transformation for you, because it's not in 1 or 2 levels. Into your very depths, Swamiji instills this the Paramashivatva as your very experience, Paramadvaita as your very experience. So thank you so much, Ayya, and thank you so much, Ma. Go ahead. Listening to each one's sharing, already it's taking effect. Like Brahma is sharing, Murali is already enriching his mother to invite her also so that she doesn't miss. Actually, Paramashiva Sena is something you should not miss. And the best news is you all have time. You have time till the 18th. It is still not late. Don't miss. See, you can come for next season also. But still, like whatever said and done, first batch is first batch, right? There cannot be another batch like first batch. Same way, second batch has a unique component, which is Kumbh Mela. Do not miss it. Be somehow just make it here before the 18th. 18th is still late, but at least it's not that late. You can still make it. You can be here to experience what Paramashiva Sena is. So do not miss it at any cost. And we have one more person. I think in the interest of time, this is going to be our last sharing. We have Manitya Durgananda also, who's here. And her journey of being here itself is something very unique. And she's here to share with us how she made it to Paramashiva Sena in the first place, how Swamiji manifested the Paramashiva Sena for her, and what transformation it has been for her.
Nityananda, my name is Manitya Durgananda. So I'm from KAILASA, Singapore. So when Swamiji made the clarion call to all of us to come for this Paramashiva Sena program, my being felt the calling, but my mind said, oh, not the right time, I have something to do. And I couldn't be there on the 11th of December. So I just said, okay, maybe I come for the next batch. And guess what? I couldn't escape when I was in a Zoom room with Nityananda Dantita and Tattva Priya. They caught hold of me and just said, Madhuka, you have to come and you're going to bring hundreds of people come. I was like, I was in shock. And I said, but I can't come on 11th. And she said, no, you just send your intention. Everything will be settled. I said, okay. So I was just thinking. And in the end, by the end of that Zoom call, I sent in the intention. And then within a couple of days, I got the call from Ma Shirarupa and say, you can come. On the 16th of December, I was like, okay. So that's how I managed to squeeze into the first batch of Paramashiva Sena program by arriving 6 days later. But the journey during this 1 month has been enormously thrilling, I would say, because all the resistance, the patterns just get knocked down, broken one by one. See, I used to have this resistance. See, being a yogi, I didn't like to, engage in the outward thing. I just like to be alone and sometimes, meditating. But, so this whole diplomatic work relation with government bodies, ministries, with other religious organizations like temples, I didn't quite like to do that. But in this program, strategically, I would position to go out and talk to the temples and talk to the different organizations. So it's like after doing a few rounds, I said, oh, not so bad. It's quite pleasant and quite nice to meet these people, to look at their temples and understand, what different sampradayas stand for. So that initial resistance I had with engaging, the diplomatic work with other religious organization has kind of been totally broken. So that was a good transformation, at least for my personal growth. Then comes the next amazing process. See, on Swamiji's birthday, 3rd of January, that day is cosmically, there's a high energy landing, and he called a supernova. And so he put us through this process called samskara kriya. And that process, we've done it before in the inner awakening. But this time, it goes to the depth that, I don't know, just for me personally, okay? I've done this process a few times. But this time round, in this energy field, in this cosmic alignment, the astrology and all, the whole energy, I went to the depth of the root pattern, the samskara, of how I left the space of innocence, the space of spontaneity, the space of being free-spirited. That made me realize that is the real me. So, and that process, it gave me such a, I would say, not only just removing all the pain, but also that awakening of my very true nature. So that is one of the greatest blessings that Swamiji has given me. I mean, see, through this process, I can feel his immense love, not just for all of us, but his immense love and compassion, never giving up on all of us, despite us having all the addiction to comfort, addiction to non-involvement, addiction to, you know, laziness and all that. But he never gives up on all of us. He makes sure that we come back again. And this program is one of the best way to gain experience that awakening, the real awakening. So then comes the next amazing transformation also. As some of you may know that I'm the head of Singapore Sangha, KAILASA Singapore, as a House of Representative, or Mahan as you can call it. So for a long time, the Sangha has been, I feel, stuck. So I wanted to revitalize the Sangha, and because of the work that we need to do as a nation, as one of the important ecosystem globally. Singapore is strategically positioned to do the KAILASA work. So, and some of you make all of us go through this completion process. That means completing with the existing Timili or the Sangha member. So I've been calling over the last 1 hour day to the local Sanghas, the people back there, and doing completion with them. And I haven't finished it. I still got a long list to go, so I will have to do it over the next few days. But seriously, when I started the process, by just listening to them, providing the authentic listening, I discovered so many of my blind spots. Oh my God, in the past I did that? Okay. You know, so I realized how what people had perceived me and what people conclude in me. And I realized how much grief I caused them, in terms of the incompletion. So, and I had to complete them. Okay, this is going to change. I take all your feedback, and with all my responsibility, I will ensure things will evolve to a better structure. And of course, with Swamiji's blessing, with this Paramashiva Sena, with a Rajya Sabha member, things will definitely change to the better structure and also a better way to serve the world. So I just want to say that when we were doing yesterday the whole process, how we are going to evolve with just the existing Timili, the people who came in this batch, it became quite clear to me as a head of the organization what are the pieces that are important to align, to restructure, to bring it up to speed. So it become very clear, like Paramashiva is sitting in me and helping me to plan how to evolve the whole Sangha. So I just feel this is so amazing, just by me saying yes to Swamiji, and he make it happen for me. So I am eternally grateful to you, Swamiji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ma. Love you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Ma Durga, for such a sweet sharing. And yes, see, if you only need to put your intention in that intention form, rest everything, Swamiji will take care. Actually, for me personally, one thing that I have experienced in this whole program, right, is the way how just one yes to Swamiji, every single person who came to the first batch especially, it was all about you saying just that one yes to Swamiji. You said yes. The moment Swamiji said, come on, come to Paramashiva Sena, you jumped up and said a yes, you came. And it's so amazing. We've been blessed to witness the transformations. that Swamiji brought into every single individual that is here. Whoever is here in the Paramashiva Sena batch 1, we met with them the very first day. We had a very beautiful session where each of them came, they introduced themselves, they shared about what they want to manifest and the way and the patterns they wanted to break, etc., right? The first day, how they were. Now, when we see them after 30 plus days, I think 33 days, now when we are seeing them, wow, what a transformation Swamiji has brought into every single individual. It's just wow. And like how they were saying, right? Many of them were mentioning, this whole now feels, it doesn't feel like they are separate program participants. No, it almost feels like we are all part of that one team, like team plus family. And that's the feeling with which Swamiji is continuously evolving us, expanding us. And I think there are actually, we had a lot more people, participants, the Rajya Sabha members who wanted to share their experiences. But now, the interest of time, we are going to be concluding this segment. And I hope all of you, whoever were listening to this, hope all of you also got inspired. You can share with us, especially the viewers that are watching us live on social media channels. You can share with us here in the comment section about what clicked with you the most. What are you actually looking for? And if you too want to come and join the Paramashiva Sena program, go ahead and put your intention in. Say that yes to Swamiji. Swamiji will do the rest for you. It is just that yes. You say the yes. You will suddenly see miracles will happen. Actually, I just wanted to ask the Paramashiva Sena participants, both the batch 1 and batch 2, to all of you, how many of you came here only with some miracle happening to you? Raise your hands. Keep your hands raised. Only because some miracle happened to you here. Let's see. Wall. Whoa. So many of you. Yes, you can drop your hands now. Wow. See, this experience, the first day, your entry itself starts with a miracle only. This is Paramashiva Sena. Here, you become a part of Swamiji's own ambassador, like his very Sena, his army. Like yesterday in the satsang, Swamiji was mentioning, right? Now me and my Sena are ready. You will become part of Swamiji's own Sena, where he will not, like, it's like when Swamiji says that we or that I, you will be part of that. That experience you will get only in this program. And as many of them were so sweet sharing, how actually many of them who came and shared, they all have attended so many programs, so many different programs with Swamiji. Right? And even though you might have done the Paramashiva Sena, you might have done Inner Awakening programs, you might have done different programs, this is something totally different from the rest. And I'm sure now, listening to the experiences of people, what each of them shared, this would have given you an understanding, an idea, but it is still only a glimpse, because what you will experience, your journey is going to be something unique and extraordinary that you are going to have. So now, without further delay, let's all get ready to prepare and enter into the Paramashiva Sena. And now, we thank all the viewers that have joined with us on YouTube, Facebook, and all the social media platforms. If any of you want to experience this in your life, do not miss. It is still not late. Please make sure you go ahead to this link, and you can make sure you sign up here, and you can join the Paramashiva Sena program. And we thank all of you for joining us for this live segment. And we invite every one of you to join us for the Paramashiva Sena. Thank you, Nityananda.